He ordered a bourbon. Then he hijacked the plane. He demanded $200,000 in cash and parachutes. Hours later, he lowered the rear stairs and stepped into the night. He was never seen again. No body, no confirmed identity, no explanation. The man called himself Dan Cooper. The media would later rename him D.B. Cooper. This remains the only unsolved skyjacking in American aviation history. November 24, 1971. Northwest Orient Airlines, Flight 305, a short flight from Portland to Seattle. A middle-aged man buys a one-way ticket under the name Dan Cooper. Dark suit, clip-on tie, sunglasses, polite, calm. Mid-flight, he passes a folded note to a flight attendant. At first, she assumes it is a phone number. He leans closer. He tells her to read it. The note claims he has a bomb. He slowly opens his briefcase, just enough for her to see inside. Wires, red cylinders, something that looks like a detonator. He states his demands clearly. $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes. Authorities comply. The plane lands in Seattle. The ransom arrives. Passengers are released. Only the crew remains. The aircraft takes off again, instructed to fly low and slow. It is now dark. The aircraft is a Boeing 727, one of the few commercial planes at the time equipped with a rear air stair that could be lowered mid-flight. Somewhere over Washington State, in heavy rain and near freezing winds, Cooper lowers the rear stairs. At approximately 8:13 p.m., the aircraft experiences a sudden pressure change, a shift in balance. Then, silence. He's gone. The conditions are severe. Night, cold rain, dense forest below. Search teams deploy almost immediately. Military aircraft, helicopters, ground crews. No parachute is found. No clothing, no remains. Nothing conclusively tied to a landing site. Some investigators believe survival was unlikely. He wore a business suit, not survival gear. One of the parachutes he took was reportedly not steerable. But investigators soon realized something unsettling. If Cooper died that night, why was no trace of him ever found? No hospital reported a matching case. No confirmed body was ever recovered. The FBI launches one of the largest investigations in its history. The case is given a name: Jack. Despite the man identifying himself as Dan Cooper, a media reporting error spreads the name D.B. Cooper. It sticks and becomes the legend. Hundreds of suspects are examined, fingerprints analyzed, tie fibers studied. The ransom bills are cataloged by serial number. Thousands of leads arrive. None produce a confirmed identity. Over the years, several men are publicly named as possible Cooper. One of the most discussed is Richard McCoy Jr., a former helicopter pilot who committed a similar skyjacking months later. But even in that case, key details do not align. Each theory explains something. None explain everything. Nearly 9 years later, something unexpected happens. February 1980. A young boy digging in the sand along the Columbia River uncovers decaying bundles of cash. Authorities examine the serial numbers. They match the ransom. Roughly $5,800, only a fraction of the original $200,000. The rest remains missing. The discovery creates more questions than answers. If Cooper died in the jump, how did the money reach the riverbank? If he survived, why leave any behind? No explanation is confirmed. In 2016, after 45 years, the FBI formally suspends active investigation, not because the case is solved, but because resources are needed elsewhere. No confirmed identity, no confirmed death, no confirmed survival, just a man who boarded a plane and vanished. Maybe the mystery is not who he was. Maybe it was when he did it. In 1971, airport security was minimal. No body scanners, no ID verification. Cash transactions were routine. It was a narrow moment in aviation history. A man boarded a plane, collected $200,000, lowered the rear stairs, and disappeared into the night. And still, the image remains. A man in a suit, standing at the rear of a plane, wind tearing through the cabin, dark forest below. He tightens the parachute straps, steps into the cold air, and vanishes. If he died, where is he? If he survived, how did he do it without leaving a trace? Somewhere between the clouds and the forest floor, the trail ended, and it has never been found again. Thank you for joining the investigation at Mystex Archive. Do you think D.B. Cooper survived the jump? Share your theory in the comments below. Subscribe to help us uncover the next dossier. Stay curious.